All right, my Pisces people, thank you for joining. This is Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud to see what we see. We'll be diving into your person's feelings, thoughts, wants, actions. This is your you versus them for the next 30 days over November, a little bit of December for our Pisces. While I was meditating, I was getting don't be too proud. Something around that for some of you. So we're going to be diving into the past, present, and future energy. We will be reading the future energy later after the full reading. Thank you, Divine Creator, for channeling guidance to our Pisces, and take what resonates, since this is a general, and leave the rest. Cross watchers energy can be flipped, so remember that as well as we go through. Oops, a lot of energy wanted to pop. I'm going to take all of that. So we're going to go ahead and dive into our past energy for our Pisces. So this is going to be over the month of November. All right, we're off to a good start. We have our star energy, beautiful energy, Six of Pentacles. All right, and let's go ahead and get something for our current. So I am getting that the past energy has to do with reciprocity, feeling connected, like something is purposed, divine, the right timing for things. It's like this is the right timing for a sense of equal give and take. I do get in your current energy, you guys are having fun, hanging out, new beginnings are around this connection. So if you guys are in separation or no contact, there's a sense that you guys are getting back together, hanging out, and a new beginning. If you guys are in a committed relationship or living together, there's a sense that maybe you guys are, if you weren't spending a lot of time together, now you are. Or that you guys are just now spending, if you guys were spending a lot of time together though, there's a sense that you guys are spending time with other people. So as I dive into it farther, we'll see more. But again, if you are not in a commitment, or if you are, but you guys aren't spending time together, this is all about you guys now spending time together. However, if you have been spending a lot of time together, this is an indication that you guys are going to be taking a break and spending time with other people. So let's see what we get in our future energy. I'll go ahead and read that in a bit. And let's go ahead and dive into our tarot and our themes. I do shuffle these prior to readings to save on time. So I get loneliness for the perception of the Pisces. So there's a sense that there is maybe depression. You may be suffering from feeling that way. An emptiness, loneliness coming from the side of the Pisces. And from the side of Pisces' person, we do get promises, contracts, emotional bonds. So your person may feel very connected to you, or they may feel like this is a soul contract, or there's a promise between you guys. The universe's truth, though, is all about persevering. You know, being that seagull. The seagull flies high into the sky and it's looking down on everyone else enjoying the beach, but it's got a higher perspective, right, on things. And it's fearless, it's persevering, it's cunning. It gets what it needs, right? It dives in and grabs it. So the purpose of this connection is to teach you about perseverance, being cunning, being fearless, you know, being like that seagull way above that can look down and see more about what it is, have a higher perspective of things. And so that's what this is teaching you. So let's go ahead and dive into our feelings for our Pisces, and then we'll dive into the feelings of Pisces' person. So we do get the Page of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Three of Swords. So the Pisces is feeling some sort of hurt way around the commitment, or around the hope of commitment, of something not working out the way they want. They're feeling hurt around that. And there's a sense of wanting to communicate, or they are communicating, or they may perceive you as someone they want to communicate to or need more communication from. There's a strong sense of just communications and commitments are making me feel upset or sad or hurt some kind of way about it through the month of December. And that makes sense since they have the loneliness card over here. And that might be because, you know, if you guys are in a relationship together, you guys are now not spending as much time together, or you may be stepping out, spending time with other people. But for many of you, there is a sense of you guys are coming back together, and you have spent some time apart, because we do get the Fool energy. So the Fool energy is all about bringing you guys together, for those who were not. Now we do have, you know, reciprocity though in the past. So there is still a sense that you guys had some sort of alignment. It could just as well have been a friendship in November. And in December, you would be then coming together. But there's still a sense in the Pisces, you know, emotional space, which is like, this is not the commitment I'm wanting. We're not communicating like I want. There's hurt there. So let's go ahead and see what is going on with Pisces' person. What is in the feeling space of Pisces' person? And remember, this will be about your soulmate, soul tribe, or soul twin. But if you are not in a romantic connection, it can be a friend or family, business partner, someone who is a significant relationship within your soul tribe. All right, so we are getting the 10 of Wands in reverse, okay, and the Knight of Cups. So this is our feeling space for Pisces' person. So remember that energy can be flipped. So if it feels more like you here, you can go ahead and flip the energy. For Pisces' person, I am seeing that there is resistance. Resistance around an ending, around something that was hurtful. So I pick up hurt energy on both of your sides, but Pisces is feeling it, and Pisces' person is resisting it. They're resisting an ending, resisting the hurt, resisting the healing, resisting putting down the struggle. But I do get a sense of the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So in Pisces' person's feelings, they feel like there is some sort of love offer that's on the table that has clarity, honesty, openness around it. Or they feel like this is something that can provide a new offer with clarity around it, with communication around it. What's interesting is both of you get a strong communication card in your feeling space on the outer rim of your feelings. So there's a sense that communications are really important. They need to be done again. You guys need to get on the same page, being more open and honest about what it is that you're wanting. Because this person here sees commitment here between you. But either there's some sort of hurt in that happened between you guys. Maybe someone stepped out or cheated or had an affair, because I am picking up on the Three of Cups energy and the current energy. Or maybe there was something that you guys were apart, and when you were apart, you know, this was making this person feel like we're not even in a commitment. So I do see though that Pisces' person does feel like this is something that can provide an offer of love. Like this can provide something that can go deep and honest. But there's still resistance around putting some issue down, putting some struggle down. And so let's see what else we get here. Very interesting start in our perceptions. What is in Pisces' perception? All right, well, wow, the Queen of Swords. We're getting a lot of air energy on the outer rims. All right, the Devil in reverse. Okay, so this is my Visconti and Fisora deck. It's the golden deck from the 1450s, so about 600 years ago they used this deck. So I love using this deck. This is a replica, obviously, it's not the original, but we're gonna go ahead and draw energy for, I'm not gonna take all that energy. energy for the Pisces person in our perception space. Okay, we do get the, wow, 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, let's get another one. 7 of Cups reversed. And that is really interesting. Okay, we're going to go into that a little bit. And the King of Swords. What is up with you guys? My goodness. We get the Queen of Swords on this side and the King of Swords on this side, both in perceptions and the, you know, outer rims. This king was kind of coming out like this and then making his way like this. So there's a sense that you guys perceive each other as people that can connect intellectually, mentally. Maybe you guys are really cerebral together. There's also a sense of you both maybe take space or need space in the connection. And there's a sense that, you know, you may be connecting to an air sign. We get 2 strong air energies here. Of course, Libra and Aquarius, but it could also be Gemini. There's a strong sense, though, around communications between you guys. And the Pisces perceives their person as someone who perhaps communicates tactfully, gracefully. You know, they may even be an Aquarius or Libra, but Pisces' person perceives them as someone who sometimes gets shaken up in the way they speak. Maybe some things turn out more sharp or argumentative, because this was coming out wanting to come in the reverse. So there's a sense of wanting to stab you with my words, kind of like that. And so they might perceive you as a little more harsh with the way that you communicate. They do perceive this connection as something that is, they perceive this connection, or you, Pisces' person, as someone who is working through their shit, I should say. As someone who is trying to be a better person. Let go of their baggage. And maybe they perceive you as someone who was honest about what they're bringing to the table, you know. I do see that they perceive the Pisces. Now remember, this is perception, not necessarily truth, but the way they perceive you. They perceive you as someone who maybe doesn't want to make a foundation with them, or they're not really sure if they can have a foundation with you just yet. Like there's resistance around putting down some sort of struggle, some sort of issue, and they're not sure what that means for the foundation of the relationship. And of course, the 7 of Cups is in reverse, so it's like they see this connection or you as someone who's very decided in their mind, or they make decisions and possibly wanting to give what feels to them like an unconditional love type of feeling. But you're someone who, it's like you're decided, you can make up your mind about things, you know the difference between what's real, what's not, you know, and you want to offer love to this person, but you're also maybe a little bit sharp on the tongue. So let's see what we get for our want space. What is it that Pisces is really wanting? What do they want in this connection? All right, we do get a Page of Cups. Our 7 of Cups. And Justice. So, interesting. So the 7 of Cups energy is reflected in their perception of you, and what you're wanting, Pisces, is that 7 of Cups. So the Page of Cups is all about, you know, and I love you, an apology, an offer of love coming. And we can see this in their feeling space. They feel like this is something that can have a new offer of love. You know, this is like, take me out on a date, give me some roses, tell me you love me, something. Give me something romantic here, you know, like I'm struggling over here and I'm resisting and putting this struggle down, putting this issue down, you know, but I feel like, you know, we have something, if you could just be honest about, you know, this romance. And I see that the Pisces is feeling like they're wanting to give that I love you or that I'm sorry to their person. And there's a strong indicator of justice around the indecision. So whatever decisions needed to be made, it's like, you know what, I know what we need to do to make this more fair between us, to make this more right between us. And I can make up my mind about this because justice is here serving as an equalizer in that decision that's being made. So let's go ahead and look at our wants. So Pisces is essentially wanting, you know, that I love you, that I'm sorry, either coming from them or from you, whoever needs to give it. And make up your mind. They want the mind made up about, or, you know, the emotional understanding that then processes through the mind about what needs to be fair between you guys. There's some sort of issue that you guys need fairness around. And it's like they want that. Let's see what we get for our want space for Pisces' person. All right, so we do get our Knight of Wands and our, wow, a star again. Okay, let's see what else we get here. All right, we do get the Five of Cups in reverse. So what your person is wanting is like, they don't want any more disappointments. They don't want any more regrets. They want to feel like this is the right timing for you guys. They want the time to be now to make things work and to not be in regret and disappointment. And they want also some fun in this. They might see you, or you might see them as like a player in and out energy. This is our I want to play around, fling player energy. So it's like they want to have fun with you. They want to do something fun. But we do get two strong energies that are more grounded as well. And so in both of your perception spaces, so you perceive the other as someone that you can be more grounded with. But I do see the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like they perceive this though as something that doesn't have a foundation right now. And they've got the Ten of Wands in their feelings. So this is something that they're resisting. This feeling, they're resistant around some sort of struggle that you guys have. But what's very beautiful is you have a star in your November energy and a star in the want space of your person. So we get two very strong divine timing, like divine purpose in this connection. So we also get two tens. So for some of you, you may be seeing 1010, or you may be seeing 1010 as confirmation that it's for you. Let's go ahead and look here and see if we have anything else. All right, we're going to go ahead and draw for the action space. All right, we do have the Magician in reverse for our action space. And the Knight of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups. All right, let's go ahead and see what we get for our actions over the next 30 days for our Pisces and Pisces' person. Wow, okay, the King of Cups reversed. And then the Moon. and Justice again. So Justice is a reflected energy from Pisces and Pisces' person. So the actions for our Pisces the next 30 days for the month of December, there's a sense of feeling disempowered to take action on your commitments with this person. There's a sense of missing out on what could be, or not really grabbing the reins of the bull per se. In your core, it's like your action is you want a commitment. You want to make a commitment, but it's surrounded by disempowerment and missing out and withdrawal energy. So what do we get for the next 30 days for Pisces' person? So the King of Cups is in reverse. So for the action space, it looks like your person is feeling like they're not supported emotionally, or you guys are not aligned emotionally, or this person is feeling like you guys are not emotionally fulfilling each other. They also might be feeling overwhelmed, or like their emotions are all over the place, or they might be, you might be feeling that, Pisces, from them in their actions. But there is the Moon and Justice. So there's a sense of these emotions that they're trying to get a hold of. They're able to, by the end of the 30 days, by the end of November, early December, they're able to get a hold of themselves. They're able to make sense of their emotions. They're able to find some sort of fairness, justice, in what was bothering them, making them feel all over the place or overwhelmed. They're able to tap into that part of them, the struggle that they were not wanting to let go of, that was hidden within them. They're able to tap into it and find that justice. And I see that's also because you're providing that justice, as well, because you're wanting that fairness to be served. This can also be around something in the legal system, the court, separation, divorce, car accidents, things to do with money and jobs, something needing to have a sense of justice or fairness around that. And as that plays out, you're able to tap further into the energy within you that feels like it needs healing, that feels like it needs to, let go. Because you have a struggle that you need to let go of, that you're resisting, okay? And you're not there yet in wanting to, I want to say, let bygones be bygones in a way. So let's go ahead and see what else that we can get. In the future, so this is going to be in December's energy. Wow, we do get the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So it's like you guys are going through some struggles that you're having difficulty putting behind you or working through. For some of you, that's third-party situations outside of the connection. For others of you, it's like we need a break, we need to take a break. And for some of you, it's like you're coming back together, but you're trying to work through whatever issues you have going on. And by December, though, you guys have had a lot of really honest, open communications, and you're able to finally work through a lot of the issues so that you guys can feel more grounded in the energy between you two. So whatever is going to be going down in November, don't let it drag you down too, because your energy for December looks beautiful. And we'll do a dive into December to, of course, like what we did now, to get more in depth. But I do see your starting energy is very beautiful. Let's go ahead and see what our advice is. So we do get the energy 0220. You guys may be seeing 22 as confirmation this is for you. Act on your idea. Practical goals, divine timing. Yeah, we got that a lot. Divine timing here, divine timing here. Ambition, collaboration, discipline, progress, opportunity, and growth. So this is all about, this is the time. Whatever's on your plate right now to work through the issues, an idea that you have that could even be outside of the connection. Like, this is the time to work on it. Good fortune is on your side. Wise judgment. and you can achieve your goals. It is a perfect time to reach new heights. Recognize this pattern and act on your potential. Your plans are about to flourish. You're on the brink of a spectacular ascent. Embrace the opportunities ahead. So let's see what else we get in our numbers here. Not too much going on with you except 10-10. We do get some interesting sevens, 7 and 7, but they're flipped on different sides. We do get a 7 as well in Matthew 7:8. So for some of you, you may be seeing 777 or 10:10. Everyone who asks receives. The one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks, the door will be opened. So 7 and 8 also makes a total of 15, which is a 6. So this is also a reminder of remembering what is above and bringing it down below. So it's like making things happen for yourself. It's a reminder of doing that, which is what we got in our angel advice as well. All right, so thank you so much for joining. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else in here. We've got 0, we've got 3. Yeah, there's nothing else in the numbers except that in your past energy there was a 6 as well. So we do get a reminder that it's all about taking your ideas, taking your dreams, your passions within the connection and outside of it, and it's the right time to work through those things, work through the issues, and to make it happen for yourself. All right, thank you so much for joining. Love having you here. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and comment, claim the energy, or even let me know about your relationships so that I can tap into it. And I will see you guys in the next 30 days.